Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the Biblio-Files. I'm Asmo Daniker, one of the DMs here at Heathen Cantina. My pronouns are he, him. Really excited to be here tonight. We're welcoming a new cast member, somebody that I've known for a very, very long time, so rather than keep everybody guessing, we're going to go ahead and turn it over. Hey, Elion, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, how you doing, everybody? Like I said, I've been gaming with Asmo for a very long time. Looking forward to joining the group here. I've watched just one episode, the last one. Tom made me make sure I watched that, so I'm looking forward to joining the group.
Appreciate the book report, too. It was good composition and structure. We'll go ahead and go up and around, keeping everything clockwise. Happy Equinox, everybody. And we're going to go up to Unichronic.
Hey, I'm Unichronic, or Nicholas. You can catch me here every other Wednesday, hosting Weird Wednesdays with Stephen Hoff. I'm playing Zare tonight, the Drow Bard, Sword Dancer of Elestrei, and I'm excited to get going.
All right, give it to us. Hoff on the ones and twos, my sound engineer, musical general.
Hello, I'm Matt. I also go by Hoff or Heathen Hoff on Twitch, and I play in this lovely production by Asmo. I play Gale, a Circle of the Moon druid. My pronouns are he, him, and I also co-host Weird Wednesday, where we go and talk about strange RPG systems with Unichronic over there. And then on alternating Saturdays, I play Tweddy Twindle, the ethereal mastermind entrepreneur of the art. And, stick around and you'll see lots of me. So thanks for stopping by.
All right, after that, we've got Fuck You.
Nice. I'm Eric. I'll be playing Shaz Nazuar this evening. You can catch me every week in the cantina.
And? Yes, and you have an upcoming something?
Oh, yeah. I've got an upcoming Halloween one-shot on October 10th. Stay tuned for more details about that.
All right. And we're going to pop it on down to the Azadem.
Hey everyone, I'm Azadem, and I am playing Elisar Linder, the Moon Elf Wizard, and my pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. You can check me out at Asmo Daniker, and you can find me here every Saturday, either DMing or playing. I do play in the Adventures of the Ark Guild as Ross, a gunslinger from another world who just found out a whole lot of things about himself. For one, he's married and has a kid somewhere on this accursed planet he's returned to. So that should be fun. Look for that, and we're going to have a special Halloween episode for that in a couple of weeks, and it's I'm not looking forward to that as a character or a player, but we'll see if I survive it. Tonight, we are picking up the story right where it left off, with the retreating form of this multi-tentacled creature that has just absconded with the seemingly lifeless body of a rock hard smasher. And as the paralysis that some of you suffered is shrugged off, you regain and go to the railing on this balcony and overlook the multitude of amber and fuchsia clouds and roiling, boiling mass. There's nothing solid, but you do see a tiny mote, a pinprick of the retreating form. It's down and below. You could jump off into the void and chase it, but it looks to be something you wouldn't return from. So, Elisar, your wizardry has recently unlocked a long-lost secret from Cormanther's high age, and the spell plague did a number on the lore. No, the the history of the elves. It's no longer an unbroken history, and the ruins of Mithranor have been reclaimed from the overgrown, devil-infested, but you know this to be from some order outside of time, something older than the Faerun, older than the elves. And as we focus next on Gale, you see in this swirling chaos an opportunity, a new environment. And not today, but maybe someday you will know how to transform into a creature that could sail this turbulent miasma of multicolored harm. But not today. And as we look at the reflection on Shaz Najular's face, Shaz, what's going through your mind? What's playing across your face?
Well, he's a bit in shock, but he's also a bit relieved that he wasn't the one tied up in the tentacles.
So we get the down from the ground up camera angle on him like Animal Mother, and you just think better him than me.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's bleak.
I won't say it, but that's what he thinks. Might see it on his face.
And as we slowly zoom in on Zeray Vandry, the drow who's hiding in the shadows of this balcony, this patio. It's hard to define it because the mansion floats in a void. In a void. The name void resonates through your mind. And you remember back to the last time you saw magics like this mansion of Fistandia. You know the name of the mage that appeared on the Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces out in Candlekeep, in the physical plane that unlocked this gateway. You know that Fistandia must have been a master of the magnificent mansion of Mordenkainen and cast it many, many times over and over to create this permanent one with a rather impressive security system. But it's not a security system, it feels more like a prison. Extra-dimensional spaces are not unknown to where you came from. We'll take you on a journey. A quiet countryside. A small rural hamlet by a still lake, illuminated in silver moonlight, but sparingly, as the clouds still dapple the sky. And off in the distance, when the clouds do cover Selune's face and bathe this small valley in moonlight, you see scampering from a distance. At this distance, they almost look like spiders come out to scurry from the shadowy places of the world. And indeed, that is what they are. The raiding party happens upon this settlement somewhere in the Dales. It's always the Dales. They wipe through and slaughter farmers, half-elves, humans, halflings, few gnomes. They do not burn. They barely loot, save a trinket here or there, or a gruesome trophy. But as the raid continues and the townsfolk, the elves of the town, are rounded up, the camera mercifully pans away to a stable where a smaller gathering brings Zeray Vandry into the world. A drow woman in very pronounced labor is aided only by a handmaid. This woman has hoisted up her mithril armor, not taking it off, but allowing her belly to be coaxed and allowing her form to be helped by her midwife. Her midwife looks up, red, feral eyes, spider medallion hanging from her, with a woman's form fused to it. You'll give birth this night. You'll give birth this hour. You must push. And Zeray, what's your mother's name?
Teresa.
She tries to keep herself calm. This wasn't supposed to happen here, not on the raid, but to stay home would have been to show that Lolth was not your goddess. And this is terrifying because you planned, well, you planned on leaving, finding your way to the surface. This moonlight, you took it as a sign, but with dark humor when a cloud crossed it and the raid began improper. That cloud crossed your heart as well. For that is when your labor started. Zeray survives the raid, being birthed within, on the surface, in a raid, and it is with a heavy heart that you return in your mother's arms. Your mother grieves that she can't raise you on the world, but she is pleasantly surprised to find out that back home, your aptitude for magic, why, levitating out of your bassinet after just 2 years and telekinesing objects to your crib when you were denied your will, your very survival, helped lift the burden of suspicion that your mother was one of those no-good followers of Elistray. And you were seen as a blessing of Lolth. You might have remained hidden for a few more years until your mother could have arranged another time to disappear on a surface raid. Perhaps with your father. Your father's name was Bargen?
Bellarak.
Bellarak, thank you. I wrote these down, but I'm struggling. Bellarak's the weapons master of a minor house that watches over the border forts, a few days out from Menzoberranzan, and occasionally travels back and forth. The esteem that he's afforded is little within the city, but greater out in the frontier. The Trider give him and his guards a wide pass, and he knows that his training in his youth was amongst the very best, and he will die to make sure that you are raised upon the surface. For something of his teacher's code seemed to impress upon him the need to acknowledge that the surface is the best revenge you can get on the Spider Queen. Your talents draw the eyes of the matron mother, and she asks that you begin your training a few years early. Your mother knows her hand is played, and she must accelerate the withdrawal, dangerous as it is. She gets word to Bellarak, and he says that the gates will be held open. She'll come in hide amongst a number of deep gnome merchants that she knows that frequently trade at the castle outpost that guards the path to the Underdark where your father held sway. But she is late, and he worries. and sends out guards to look. And this time, the Driders move upon his guards, like lightning in the dark, and dispatch them all to a one in the cave. This one returns, saying, "We were ambushed. They knew we were coming." And with that, Belerac brings the army out of the fortress, knowing he can never explain this away. This is a line. He's abandoning his post with 80 Drow soldiers, and they find your mother hidden amongst these deep gnome merchants and escort the caravan to the castle, knowing they were watched as they did so, and that time was even shorter than they might have hoped. The army does not just come from the tunnel below, and not just the 200 Drow soldiers that come from the access to the surface, but also from within the fortress as you thought yourself safe. And with a sacrifice you are only told of and cannot remember, but you do remember your father's kind eyes, pale like moonlight, must have been what your mother saw in him, the goodness in him reflected as an icon of the moon. He stays behind, lowering the drawbridge and holding off one of the armies so that a side tunnel may ferret you to the surface. He says he'll be along shortly, but you grow up not knowing him. A few years on the surface, moving west and growing up within a migratory Drow culture, many half-elves, a few sympathetic surface elves, but mostly Drow. You never see more than a dozen of them at once, but you know of at least 30. And you spend a few happy years learning in a stable environment. Once you finally reach the city of Waterdeep, and you think, "I shall grow up here." And before the sun comes up, you are told, "No, sweet child, we go below." And you find your way to a hidden city below the city, a shadowy community known as Skullport. Your mother is one of the establishing priestesses of the Hidden Promenade, or the Midnight Promenade. And a borehole allows for moonlight to shine even deep within Skullport. It is rumored, with a cautious eye, that it was bore out and disintegrated for the followers of Elistray by Xanathar himself. But that is a silly thing to tell Drow children to get them to go to sleep. You think of your mother in these happy years, but the wrath of Menzoberranzan reaches far across Faerun and can find you even in Skullport. For a new chapter of an old company is looking for an inroad in the favor of a matron mother. And although it's not Charlaxle, it is Bragan to Earth that finds its way to the Midnight Promenade to capture or kill your mother and all of the Drow priestesses of Elistray there. There is a terrible fight. You remember it as noise in the other room, the sound of spells and steel singing in the corridors as you hid. And then your mother coming to you, a single wound upon her cheek. It is time for you to go with your auntie. She's going to take you to another city for a time, until the moon rises upon us both. And you see her step into this framed doorway, and others are whisked inside. But she pauses, looking, and you look too, at some of the mercenaries that have made their way here to Skullport. And you swear, in what little light there is, that one of them wore the face of your father. At least his eyes. But there was no warmth in that moonlight anymore. It was pale. It was the light of a new moon. You hear your mother curse for the first time since she cut her thumb with a cheese knife a few years ago. So you knew the word. But she says something else afterwards, and it's... At that moment, she is grabbed and pulled into the extra-dimensional space. And your auntie whisks you up the hallway and away. And the word your mother spat after the curse was Zincarla. There are worse things than being killed in the void, you remember now. Why? Why send a corpse, an animated person that looks like your father, except to hurt your mother even if she did escape?
You think they're gonna make it without it?
The one says to the other.
No, I don't know. They can't get out of here without a tank. But, should we help them?
I don't know.
So, in the kitchen are a couple of porcine cherubs, one with bat wings, one with pigeon wings, both with cloven feet, one with a gut, the chef, Coriander, and his assistant, Cumin. They have bullfrog porcine demon features. They are a couple of homunculi. And the party knows them. They seem to be the cook and maitre d', a convivial host, if you will.
Well, we should go talk to them at any rate. They'll probably be hungry. We should make them something.
Well, they'll be mourning. They might just want tea in small plates, introduced silently from, out of scene. It's sometimes best to leave them alone.
We could always give them this.
He climbs up the shelves, half climbing, half flying on his bat wings, and pulls something down that looks to be a statue of a slightly surprised Goliath? Oh.
They may know how to get them out. I mean, the scrolls are in here somewhere. Fistandia had all that stuff, all that remove curse and the bewilderment. She even has a banishment around here somewhere. That would come in handy.
No, that's too dangerous. Don't give it to them. We might need it. I mean, what happens when there's no wizard in here? Huh? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I have. I want to stay too. But there's that whole exchange thing, it's like life for life. And one left, and all them came in. How many imps are outside?
Probably all of them.
So we cut back to the four of you on the balcony.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, first of all, good scene. Well done. So we just saw a rock get picked up and flung off into the void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked up by a multi-tentacled, eyeballed creature that seemed to glow from within with a feral intelligence and light, a hunger from beyond the void.
Gil doesn't know what to do. They are at the edge, staring down into misty, ethereal darkness, wondering where their companion, friend, and protector of the last months of traveling has gone. They weren't just a rock hard smasher. They were my rock hard smasher. And just something primal is on in Gale right now. Like they don't know if they're crying or like howling like a wolf or something, but like there's noises and it ain't pretty and it's coming out of Gale.
Ooh, ugly crying.
Ugly crying with animal sounds thrown in.
Ugly crying with bears and wolves thrown in.
Oh,
Oh my.
it all happened so fast. He was right there, and then he wasn't.
Indeed. Yeah, like I'm not sure. Gil's gonna just roll some wisdom here, and that will tell me how well they take it. And let's see, they got 11. Yeah, they're shook up. They're shook up hard.
I mean, Rock and Gale spent more time together than any other pairing here, I think. Yeah, absolutely. And months, by a fraction of like 2 seasons to get from the inner sea. You were from the vast, and
Yeah.
you know the you know near Thay, like way out.
I was like, on the verge of death when I met Iraq, and they helped me with all that, on our travels. And now they're gone. Looking at the rest of the party, there's no one else big to hide behind. There's Gil now has to be out in front. There's not a shield, emotionally, personally, or mechanically. So what are they going to do?
Yeah.
So, as I remember, Elisar was kind of bound up by a spell of some kind prior to Iraq's disappearance, right?
Yeah, it's now wearing off as the creature is no longer in range to sustain it.
Yeah, so he'd be pretty upset / annoyed at himself that he was not able to do anything about it in that moment due to his own situation.
Yeah. It's easy to blame yourself. Shaznazular, you are still...
I blame the tentacle thing.
Yeah,
I don't blame myself.
I was just gonna say that you're still the one that, for the audience's benefit, for the story's benefit, you're still the one that's got some secrets you'd rather the party not know. So.
I don't know if now's the time to reveal them. I rolled an 11.
But what I was just saying, if you could read the room to be like, maybe I should cough up some concern here. They might think they might realize, they might find out I'm a sociopath. But no, you're just realizing that it's going to be hard going, and you might actually have to get into melee, and you don't want that.
I don't.
No.
Not my thing.
Elisar, you're not at the level of understanding being a blade singer to be comfortable being the only melee presence too now.
Right.
So, and Gale's like, I'm going to spend all my days mourning as a sad, crying grizzly bear.
Saddest bear ever.
Sad grizzly bear is
Sad
sad.
bear.
So are you looking around the edge of the building? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, while everyone's doing their morning thing, I'm going to start poking around
Okay.
to see what I can see. I passed that door. I'm going to go back and take a look in that door now.
Okay.
I think I was in that room before.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I
looks
was
to be
already
an actual library, whereas y'all caught your night's rest in the study, and the study were all books that Fistandia had written herself. Bestiaries, herbology, just field guides of her travels, and some plainer stuff, and a few copies of a few years' editions of Volo's Guide to Monsters. So that's in the study, because those copies had her notes. But this is a different library. This is books. Who knows where they came from? They may have come out of Candlekeep itself, but looking inside, you see tall shelves filled with books line the walls of this room. 2 more shelves run through the middle of the room with a 10-foot wide aisle between them. So it's not a crowded library with tons of rows of books. It's much more Spartan. But several
Might be a
stacks
good
of...
place to check for more of those books with the letters on them.
It's true. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the room still. Symmetrical book stacking. You don't see this normally. And there are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corner. And having already spent the night sleeping in those chairs, you already know them. But running out onto the patio and grimacing at the light from it is Cumin.
Hey, can we get you anything?
Yeah, I'm a little hungry.
Okay. Small plates, brandy, tea. What are we talking about here?
That all sounds good.
If you want, we could serve in there. Coriander has something for you. Might help. And he started cooking, cause you know how sometimes when you sleep for a really long time and you wake up and you just eat everything? These are concerns we have. Hey, you're a wizard. Can you tell how long somebody's been petrified?
I can try.
Well, come on, before you check out that library.
It's gonna follow along.
So he takes you back to the, I'll take you all back to the little dining room overlooking the... Or would you rather eat in the study? It's just small plates, tea, and brandy, after all.
Studies?
Depends on how many mimics there are.
Remember, you haven't checked
No,
out...
we already killed the.
Yeah.
We already know we killed the mimic in that one spot.
The dining hall? Yeah, you killed the mimic that was the chair.
I don't want to go back there and mess with the
Fairy dragons and stuff.
Leave them in peace.
Let's take it in the study.
Figure we got off with persuading them once. I don't want to keep pestering them.
That's probably a good policy. So you're back in the study, and this is also where the secret passage is down to the basement of this place, where there's a summoning chamber, and you fought some quasits. You haven't fully explored any of the floors, though, I don't think you fully checked out the whole basement, did you?
I think we did.
Yeah, I think we did.
The whole basement?
Unless there was a room beyond the other room,
I don't know.
or secret doors that we missed or something. I don't know. Were there any secret doors we missed?
The DM says that he doesn't know that we checked
let's
it all
see.
out. That means we probably didn't.
There was the
Yeah,
pickling room.
Yeah,
You
and
did-
There was the summoning
S6
room.
at least.
There was the pickling room, the summoning room, and the super darkness room.
Extra darkness, all the darkness room.
Yeah, the extra darkness room. Where we did a little, blind lockpicking. That's what was there another room?
I think you did explore it. I'm just trying to introduce doubt.
Okay. Oh, fair.
Coming into the room is Coriander and Cumin, and they do have, like they promised, some small sandwiches, some cheese, and a single enormous leg of mutton. I'm really hoping that's enough. Here. Here. Hands it to Elisar. And it's... Well, describe your character, Kev.
Oh, he's well, it's hard to. He looks big, very, very, very big.
Like a He-Man action figure.
Yeah, very muscular. Um, he's wearing some armor, but he looks like he's dressed for the cold. He's got some furs, no hair, bald. Let's see. Has many weapons on him. Shield on his back. Has a pretty big axe, pretty big hammer. I think the smallest weapon he has on him is a short sword. But yeah, he. With him being a statue, would he? Well, I guess he's got gray skin anyway, so I guess the statue suits him.
He's
And
recognizably.
he's got markings.
Yeah, and that's a darker
got
place on the
markings.
stone. So
So
Yeah, he's got markings, almost look like runes across his body. Like they're kind of like birthmarks.
so how big is this statue? Is it like a full-size statue, or are we talking like little statuette?
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say his height.
Like a 50s G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but built like a He-Man. So, hell of a paperweight.
Right. So Elisar's gonna take the little statuette as offered and give it a good glance. Perhaps, dig a couple of like arcane instruments out of his pockets to kind of just examine it, making notes like, transmutation magic?
Definite transmutation, but there's a. What Cumin said was, can you tell how long somebody has been petrified?
It's in a desk drawer upstairs.
Well, please don't crack me in half and count the rings.
Well,
Say, if you had like a stone-shaped spell, could you like break off his arms and stuff and then reattach them in different spots?
so
If you put it on upside down, you'd be pissing in your faces.
so don't you have like a surprised look on your face, and you're like holding up a middle finger too? Isn't that also how you're frozen in?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought you said the middle finger was broken off.
The tip of it is, yes,
Oh,
Okay.
Just the tip, though.
just the tip.
Yeah.
Just for an indeterminate amount of time. So earlier today, y'all, Kev was like, "So how long?" Or he'd asked me like a day and a half ago, like, how long have I been? How long have I been in this form? And I was just real evasive on it. And what's the name of the wizard who did this? And we'll probably do that on our next session as our lead-in, our cold open. But yeah, I told him the name of the wizard, but I didn't tell him how long it had been. So I'm gonna see what the Arcana
Well, I
check is
asked
gonna be.
if I would know or not. Yeah, that's.
When they tell you
that's
what year it is, you'll know.
Initial dice rolls suggest 392 years.
It is not that long. Then it's not 14 years either. Ooh.
Oh,
You
man.
could spend inspiration if you want to reroll.
Yeah, I do have inspiration, so let's spend
Okay.
that.
I'll let you use it as a reroll. That's totally cool. I'm sending you
He
another
has
one.
totally been embarrassing himself on Arcana checks lately. All right, better.
Okay.
respectable. Yeah.
It's like I promised I did my classes.
So much better than a death save.
It is tough to tell. It's you know that this wasn't a single spell. This was either a fusion of spells. This wasn't strictly a. This is what you can tell. This was not strictly a flesh to stone spell. And it's incorporated some sort of reduce spell as well. So it's likely a 7th circle or 7th level spell, not 6th. So a stone to flesh would work if you want to be tiny. So it's going to take that and an enlarge reduce. And
It'd be hilarious if he comes back. It's just a tiny Goliath.
At least one of those scrolls should be in the study.
the other one's
I'll hit him as hard as I can right in the knees.
The other one's probably somewhere upstairs or in the library. We don't go poking around, as you can imagine. This place is kind of dangerous for us.
Yep. Not sitting on a lot of fortitude here.
So, a renewed search for scrolls within this study. I'm gonna make it a high. I'll even tell you this is a tough search, because you're looking for a small scroll hidden in one of these books, and there's like 300 books in this room. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Well, it's a good thing investigation's not my dump. Intelligence isn't my dump stat or anything. Oh, look at that, a 1. So yeah, I look
Right.
under one of the sandwiches. I'm like, not there.
Danny unlocking. He's just like, eh.
Before I make this, can I go and like maybe like I'm looking at this statue, and it's similar to a rock, you know.
It is. There's different cultural idioms, depending on, like, not every mountain chain has dwarves or Goliaths, but there's differences, but a lot more similarities. Yeah, this is absolutely a Goliath warrior.
Yeah. And I think seeing that and finally like comprehending, you know, all the things that have been going on in the background of their sorrow, they're like, wait, no, I should do this. I need to do this. I need to find this. It's not my friend, but it's maybe someone like them. And so I think Gale would actually use a bit of their wisdom that they have, and you know, a wizard that had these scrolls also is probably the wizard that shrank them, maybe. And so they're going to not look for this scroll with their eyes, but you know, with the scent and precision of a wolf. So they're going to shapeshift.
Okay.
Take a deep whiff of this statue, and possibly just sneeze, seeing how it was just in the kitchen.
It was. Well, they had it in an apron, and their names are coriander and cumin. So. Yeah.
Indeed. I'm not expecting this to work, but I'm expecting it to be fun.
So you're turning into a wolf?
Yes.
All right.
See if you can sniff it out.
Yeah.
Zray tried really hard. I used my inspiration to roll that with advantage. She tried really hard, but as she rifles through the study, her mind is just somewhere else.
Understandable. You're starting to realize that if you can figure this out, you might be able to figure out how to get to the hidden place your mother is. Because these are... the similarities of these two spells are... it's too much. It's got to be... they've got to be the same spell.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I was going to turn you into a wolf first.
Oh. Here I was going on all by myself.
We figured out how to do this before, where you use the wild shape, and it turns you into a giant dire wolf. You just become a big D-bag. Just...
He's the big D.
But
I'm not compensating, you're compensating.
if you want to go ahead and make that now, do you get... Is that investigation when you get an advantage? I like the role play. If it isn't, then give yourself +2 for the sniffing.
I think wolves only get bonuses to like the perception involving sight or smell. So investigation, not their strong suit.
That's okay. We'll make it perception then. I can send that to you. It will remove the uncertainty, if nothing else. Or
Still
it
not.
won't. Okay, you don't smell out any other scroll, but Elisar, you find the scroll, and I'm going to say it's 50-50 because it's good to have Big Kev in my game. We've been gaming together for a long time, but we've also he and I haven't played together in a while. Schedules didn't allow for it. We tried some online stuff years ago, and I look forward to him hating digital dice because it's going to be hilarious. But I also want to screw with him because he's my best friend, and I'm the DM, and I don't have a lot of power, but I'm going to abuse it a little. So I'm going to say that you find one of the scrolls, either the reduce and large, or the flesh to stone. I'm sorry, stone to flesh. So we're going to make it 50-50.
All right.
You're either about to be a really big
statue or
Yeah, either I'm
Right,
going to be a little guy running around, or I'm going to be a big freaking statue.
Yep.
So.
1 to 50.
Which is better?
1 to 50, it's stone to flesh. 51 to 100, it is reduce or enlarge.
Well, probably a big statue wouldn't be a good idea because I'm taking it none of you are like the fighter types that could be dragging around big heavy weights. So I'm hoping that it's
yeah.
There's not a lot of
I'm
that
a
going on.
wolf right now. We'll just strap you to my back.
All right, it's stone to flesh. You're halfway there. If you want to be a little tiny terror, you can throw Tarbin at enemies.
A tiny man on a giant wolf. It's my new band.
I think it should be really easy to dodge things.
You do post-rock guitar band.
And they
Tiny
think that
Tarbin?
the other scroll might be somewhere upstairs.
It's either upstairs or in the library on this floor, suggested by Cumin and Coriander. And they've seemed consistently, repeatedly trustworthy. They even seem to like you. If it isn't general affection and friendship, then it's a respect for the fact that you are guests and
We are programmed to receive.
Well, there's no betrayal without trust, right?
there is that.
you're a glass half full kind of guy, aren't you?
It's kind of my bread and butter as to what I do. It's kind of how I see people. Yeah, Chaz Nizar speaking. Anyway.
Wow.
So where are y'all headed?
The library.
Okay. So you should be able
Moving
to
my full 30 feet.
move
Especially since we're
freely
also
about the
looking for
cabin.
Books.
Yes.
If there's still leftover brandy, preferably in a tiny barrel, I'd like it around my neck like a Saint Bernard. Thank you.
Like a sled dog. Awesome. Or one of those rescue dogs.
There. I just changed you to a wolf token too. Are you going to stay in wolf form?
The brandy.
I until it makes sense to turn out of it, yes, because this is silly. Why not?
So, LSR, you found a scroll, and on it you know that this is a scroll of stone to flesh. You could use it, or you could try to find the other one, but you're tempted. Because you want to see if you were right about your arcane speculation.
Yes.
You have an intellectual curiosity, and you may never get the chance. And if you never find it, tiny Tarbin might be better than full-size Tarbin. Or, I mean, is better than no Tarbin. Is better than, 8-foot statue Tarbin. Ooh.
Sorry,
Gale.
got it.
Settle down, Dale.
All right.
Is he in the well?
Indeed. It's where the enlarged scroll is. It's in the well.
So LSR and Shaz move into the library. Zeray, you come up. Do you come up as well? All right. And Gale, what are you doing? There's still ham sandwiches to finish.
Oh,
They smell really, really good.
hold on. Let me
Wolf them down.
make a. because you said that, yes. I was going to roll for it, and I just dropped it on the sheet. It was a 1 for my will save to, go and resist those sandwiches, so I will eat them all.
Okay. There's the mutton as well, too.
So
I will
Elisar-
be in this room as long as there is food and as long as the wolf continues to fail saves, because, dogs.
Totally. And you're new to this whole shape-shifting thing. You've learned how to turn into terrestrial, normal, prime material planar animals in an extra-dimensional space, so it works up an appetite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think Gales really, like they might not even know that they're like shifting so much. They're like, I have to control my impulses. What is this?
Okay. So you, Elisar, Sheznajalar, and Zure, you enter the library and begin looking at the books, seeing what kind of books are in here.
So Elisar just had an idea to himself. While everybody else focuses on looking for the puzzle book that we're still looking for,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna ritually cast detect magic to see if there's a scroll in this room.
Good idea. It takes 10 minutes, which
Yeah.
will allow Gale to finish off the mutton. There is.
Maybe you better bring him back as the little guy, because he's not going to have any food left.
There is a radiance of magic.
I was
on
thinking
here.
about that too.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, I played into this. Was not. Oh well.
I mean, you got to use the inspiration I give you to get more.
Indeed.
Tarvin, you've been a good sport, so you're going to get inspiration. Basically, everybody's getting inspiration. Elisar and Zure for your
Look under your chair.
emotional.
It's inspiration.
Ha! And you get inspiration. Bees. There is a hum of transmutation and abjuration magic. Abjuration magic and conjuration magic are the background hum of this entire place. But when there's elevated levels of it, it's still you've been in here long enough to start to see where that sticks out. There is a scroll on the top of one of the tall shelves, so taller than you can reach, and you could climb up there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Anybody want to give you a boost? That's okay. I'll let you fall off the bookshelf. I don't mind.
I would,
Zure
but
Zure
yeah.
will help out for sure.
Boost, you'll be like, here.
Acrobatics time.
Yeah, we'll allow acrobatics on this because you can je ne sais parkour off the desk. Easily. So you're up
Hell
there
yeah.
and you have the scroll. And looking at this one, it's transmutation, radiates that, and you open it up, and it's 3 castings of enlarge reduce. And it's one of those that you turn it over and you can read it backwards. And it's a square. This is an exotic scroll. You haven't seen its like before. It's printed on woven fiber. It's almost like a linen napkin.
Or hanky.
It's a little too coarse to be a hanky. I mean, yeah. So before you can, which one are you doing first? While you're on top of the shelf with the statue.
Let's do. Let's go ahead and do enlarge person first.
Okay. You might want to climb down first then.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to roll for that. You're able to get down to the ground, set on the ground, and Shaznazular and Zaray, while you're looking around, I'm just going to move you about freely. I'm not trying to set up any sort of ambush.
So Elisar's little situation took about 10 minutes at least because he had to ritually cast it, right?
Totally.
So as they're like first looking around, like this is how Zaray got her inspiration. As they're looking around, she can't quite concentrate on it because her brain is immediately starting to compose a bit of a song. So she brings out her harp and starts writing a little bit of a song while Elisar quietly plucking, not to be disruptive.
Yeah, totally.
And she's working out the lyrics in Elven. It's a eulogy for not a eulogy, maybe a goodbye song for Iraq. And she finally settles on some lyrics and sings it out in Elven, and it sounds really pretty, like Lord of the Rings, like, and Mourning for Gandalf. But the lyrics are for Iraq heart smasher who smashed his way into our hearts.
Aww.
And I give Shaz a point of bardic inspiration that you can use it for the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
Which I'm going to use investigating for books with those little letter doohickeys on them.
Good plan, good plan. Sending you a investigation check.
Yeah. And add a d6 onto that.
We're going to add a d6. I'll roll that afterwards.
If you need to. You don't need to.
I'll save it then.
So it's going to take you a little while as you go down the line. Now, you're feeling inspired. It was good. It was just a little hot. Cool it off. And I'm going to send a perception check to the two of you while Elisar's detecting magic. Because something just caught your eye. From one shelf to the other,
17.
you saw books, one and then a second book follow and reslot themselves on the far shelf. The books are occasionally flying back and forth between the shelves.
That's good. You see that, Zaray? Did you see that?
And I did notice.
You didn't?
Like, the
But
books
I stop
just
and watch
fluttered
when
across the
he
thing.
points it out.
Okay. Elisar, suddenly there is a nearly 8-foot tall statue of a Goliath warrior in the
Hell,
library.
where'd you come from?
Not nearly. He is 8.
Well, you're kind of the statue isn't though, because you're like a little hunched over. You had just found something really good, and you heard the voice behind you. And as you turned, you realized he was in the tent with you the whole time, invisible. And you're like,
It's coming from
"Aw!"
inside the house.
So you're just under 8 foot, but it's more like that. All right. Can share the map with you now. There you go. But you don't quite have time to cast the other spell, or maybe you do. But all of the books, well, not all, but enough of the books begin to swarm off the shelves like a flock of agitated birds because of the casting of that spell. That was a spell that caught their attention. It wasn't a detect magic, which is passive and kind of largely what the observer sees, you know? This, however, was a sudden grow-to-form displacement of mass that made a noise. And the swarm of animated books moves to attack.
Dang it.
Good thing is, everybody gets to roll initiative, even Tarbin, but you won't come in until the second round.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine. Yeah, from the statue. What?
And yes,
I'm not
Alisar,
going to complain.
that does mean that you'll have to
What do you
spend
do, Tarvin?
your action using this next scroll like right
Right.
away in panic. So it really does come down to where the initiative goes. Setting all that up for you. Here you go.
Never fought a book before. This should be interesting.
Should be. I'm excited about it.
Ooh, finally get a good initiative roll.
Oh man!
It's like broke a long streak.
Yeah,
It's been a
for
week
real.
since I've had one over a 10.
Oh, you're stiff.
Yeah, that's I'm. Yep.
He,
Yes.
his reflexes
I
are
got to
a little
stretch next time before,
You
So
don't
we-
want to pull a hammy, man.
Yeah, we got 18, 17, 21, 23,
and
and 3. And Peggy! Okay.
I'm not as light on my toes as I used to be, when I could move.
Fair
That's
enough.
when I can move.
Back when I had movement.
Share that out with you. So, swarm of animated books. And it is there that with the stakes so high, we will take our first break. We're going to be back in 5 minutes, everybody. Grab a fresh beverage, grab a bathroom break, and we'll see you then.
But we love books.
don't hurt.
Just
Check.
try muting yourself.
Is that any better?
Okay.
Change the source of it. Check baby mashed potatoes. How we doing?
Gur says it's okay now.
Is it dramatically different?
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's it. It has removed the weird.
Awesome.
Yeah, chats are definitely saying it's better.
All
Thank
right.
you
Better.
guys.
Then let me change it in the other. Put that on there.
It's better.
Boom. Fix one source, you fix them all. Thanks, OBS. Okay, cool. And thanks, chat, for calling it out. Never be afraid to say, hey, your audio is hot garbage. We appreciate the feedback, and we're all a work in progress, and we're here to have fun. Hope y'all are having fun. I checked with my players. They are enjoying themselves, even though it just got weird. And it just got, knowledge is power. We're about to find out how much power they have over the knowledge of the books that are going to try and kick their butts. All right.
I'm ready for my break because I got this nice hot cup of tea. It's going to be even more delicious in this Heathen Cantina mug that you can buy at the merch store.
Plug that merch. Can't give you inspiration unless you use it, so I'm going to try and scare you so you use it.
Sounds fun.
All right.
Ladrin, somebody went to evil medical school.
Feel free to vamp for a minute, y'all, while I set up the encounter.
Yeah. So I'm not in the room with everyone. I'm.
What are
wolfing
you
down.
doing? Yeah.
Last time I
Rolled
checked, I
down
was
all those
wolfing down
sandwiches.
some food.
I rolled I believe a nat 20 on my initiative, so for whoever it is, Zaray's ready, but I wish it was a critical on an attack, though.
Oh.
I don't know that you ever really waste a 20. I'm always glad for him.
Yes, they are always welcome.
I'm still feeling inspired, so my first attack was probably going to hit.
Well, leading us off.
Yeah.
Leading us off. Hey,
Although-
DJ, can we get some Constance by Kevin MacLeod? On a loop.
Let me play. Take your damn turn music.
That is the Take Your Damn Turn initiative song that I love so much. All right. So, Ray, you lead us off. Of course, that natural 20, pay in the bills. There
Can we
are...
get those books on the combat tracker?
Yeah.
They appear to have clustered into two distinct swarms of animated books.
Right in front of me. I guess what I'll do is I'll attempt to make a little confetti with my short swords, since there's one literally on top of me.
DM, do you want to move to the battle map screen?
No. because it would reveal something your characters don't know.
Exciting. Treacherous.
That's me. There. I've moved it, thank you.
I've always said he's treacherous, that one.
Mm-hmm. Treachery.
And that's a miss.
Bummer.
Bonus
Yeah,
action.
hot and cold running dice, yeah. Rolled a natural 1. Okay.
It's
And
because she knows she shouldn't hurt the books.
yeah, exactly. I love books so much. She will hold her ground.
Is it me or did these books look like Autobots from a distance? You know, it looks like you're fighting Ironhide and Hound. It's like, what?
More than meets the eye.
For real.
I mean, what is a computer but a sentient book?
Animated objects, you've seen that before in the land you came from. But not in a swarm. Swarm of animated books, that's new.
That is new. And I'm going to swat one of these books and see if I can take it out of the air. With my short sword, I'm going to roll a 15. Looks like it hit. Okay. Let's drop some of that sweet, sweet damage on there. Damage. And with that, I guess I'm not going to move anywhere. There's really nowhere to go. So I think I'm going to move along past the turn.
All right. Well,
yeah, there's no escaping knowledge.
The swarm of books just moves right into your square.
You are muted. Asmo.
And now I'm not only a member of the Red Circle Club, I'm also the president.
Those books are invading my space.
Yeah, they can.
Purple circle.
That's totally a thing that they can do. And they have an attack that's called Book Club. So they're gonna swing at you with it.
That's cute.
Oh, they threw the book at you. That's a critical hit. Natural 20.
Use my inspiration to make
You're gonna learn today.
That's not how that works.
I'm not that kind of bard.
How do I give the DM inspiration for terrible book puns?
Right.
Oh, show some spine. Okay, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oosh.
That's
I was thinking
I'm gonna get killed by books.
Paper cuts.
No, they just clap. They're just clapping leaves on cheeks.
Now I got the book clap.
You do, you do.
Yeah, you're gonna have a few stitches there. Gonna need to be bound up.
Nice. All right, next one's gonna dust off the jacket and go to town. Moves up on Elisar. And just flutters ineffectually around you, failing to slap you with books. However, the bookshelf that you've been standing on has been cantering back and forth from the sudden displacement of weight from all the books flying off it. And maybe you wobbled it a little bit out of place with your parkour. But either way, I'm going to need you, Elisar, to make a dexterity saving throw. And I'm going to send that to you. Good news is it's only a DC 12.
Let's go. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Natural 20, I'll give you the chance to, when you see it start to tip, you push it and grab up on the other side and basically pull it so it falls away from you.
All right.
So the bookshelf is all spilled to the 2 squares to the west here. So all this is book difficult terrain, all right? Broken bookshelf and difficult terrain. All right, nicely done. Fantastic. Not as fun as crushing you, but all right. And
So,
it's your turn. You've actually managed to survive my efforts to stop you from casting this spell.
yeah, so he's being as agile as he can be, trying to dodge any flying books coming his way, because he really wants to get this scroll flying towards the giant statue before him. So let's go ahead and try to cast Stone to Flesh.
All right. The scroll actually turns to a sheet of clay, dries up, and blows away in the wind. And after it does, there's this whoom, this hum, and starts to peel away like clay down the body of Tarbin. Tarbin, it's really, really bright. You can move. Tastes like old books. And there's a drow. Elisar, you are successful. You have released Tarbin back into the world.
Does he look like he would be like pretty startled, like he's about to attack anything near him?
We'll see.
Or...
I guess we'll find out on his crappy initiative roll.
All right.
Yeah, right now he's looking stunned.
Yeah.
Like someone that just woke up from a deep sleep.
And it's taking a few moments to work its way, the magic down you. It's taking its time. It hasn't gotten to your limbs yet. Gale, you hear the sound of a lot of literature.
Ooh. Well, since they have a quite keen hearing, they will run over there at hearing the distress and crash of a bookcase being shattered.
Yep. So you make your way downtown, moving fast.
Yep.
What's your movement rate?
A 50. Direwolf. Oh yeah.
Circle of the Moon Druids, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm only second level.
I'm only second level. I'm as big as a horse and hungry as one too. So you
Fair
squeeze
enough.
in through the door. Now, the squeezing, I'm not going to say it imposes disadvantage on you, but there will be a -2 until you can get into a place big enough to accommodate your bulky frame.
Fair enough. I shall accept that, and I shall also attack the books like a hungry dog that just found meat-scented homework that you need to turn in tomorrow.
You know, I always scented my homework like meat.
I mean, you know, you do it at the dinner table. Some of that roast beef au jus gets on it. So, and I have pack tactics. The wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet.
That's a yes.
So I shall be attacking at advantage. Lovely.
How cool is that?
Isn't it great?
Not bad.
So advantage. Let's go and attack. And one of them was a 1, so that's good. But
Yay.
the other one was a 9, so it hit. So I will be doing some damage, and they'll be doing a strength saving throw, because if I hit a creature, it must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. How does a animated mass of books become prone? I don't know. I'm going to say I pounce on
they
it.
They would suddenly
You broke
become
their spine.
they would suddenly become stacks of symmetrical books. Strength saving throw, you say?
Yes, DC 13.
That's a negatory on the swarm of animated books too.
Okay. Drop the prone effect on them?
I
now?
gladly will. Nicely done.
Ooh.
Little bit of crowd control. All right, swarm of animated
That's
books 2
all
are
Gale
prone.
as wolf can do.
Okay. Nice. All right. Tarbin, you've shaken it off.
All right.
You blow out dust.
So but I'm seeing these books attack these people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've never liked books too much.
I think they're smart.
Definitely are. I'm gonna attack the one right next to. Is that the one that was knocked down?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
prone.
all right.
Yeah, you
Prone.
can just smash into it. I think that actually makes it at advantage for you, which
It
I
does.
believe so.
and
A prone book swarm.
thankfully Fantasy
At all.
Grounds will
A
take care
nice,
of that
yeah,
for
nice two-handed swing with my warhammer.
you. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can open up your character sheet, go to your actions tab, and drag over the attack right to the stack of books, and then the damage as well. Or you can do it from the combat tracker, but I'll let one of the players walk you through that side of it. I always just do it directly.
Yeah, I would just take that attack roll and drop it on the books.
You didn't hit the baddie, but
He also
what?
didn't hit the advantage button.
That's true. So
Oh.
roll again.
they're not that hard to hit. Their armor class, yeah, you definitely hit. So now you can just drop some damage on them, and from your character sheet, just drag over that 1d10 plus 3 and crush.
Oh hell yeah!
So you didn't hit them, but we'll get that next
Smash.
time. I will fix that. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. And actually, that's enough. That's a clean kill. They had 12 hit points left, and that's exactly how many you did. So they had taken
You
just
knock
enough.
them down, I'll take them out.
Yeah, you just smashed them, and the books scatter, and just the ones that didn't immediately get hit by the hammer just start clapping down. They fall all over the place. They don't stack neatly. The magic in them has ended. Hey, fighter, you could always action surge and turn around. There's another swarm there. It looks like there might be somebody inside, probably their controller. You should crack them a good one with an action surge.
Somebody is not on my side.
But I can see someone in there. Like,
Getting
Yeah.
bludgeoned by books.
Yeah, you can see somebody getting battered by the frickin' books. So hitting them, I will say dead up. If you roll a 1, if you wanted to action surge, I'm not trying to just bleed off your action economy there, fighter.
Yes.
Totally am.
no, I'm gonna turn around. Damn wizard! What is he doing now? And that's gonna be it, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm.
Cool. All right. Zaray, welcome to round 2. It worked, and you're glad for it because Tarbin just brought down the Warhammer and took out one of the swarms.
I'm going to dance around over this side of our Tarbin, and I'm going to help. What are the chances of hitting Shaz?
Slim and
If I-
none.
1 in 20.
Yeah, about 5%.
I'm going to try to attack the books around Shaz
Good luck.
and clean them up.
Yeah, that's a solid hit. Oh. And again, the books clatter down to the floor. Congratulations, y'all. You beat some books.
I sure hope they weren't.
I'm
for
so
traditions.
proud of us.
So now, introduce yourselves, y'all. This is a historic moment.
Where am I? Where is this?
That's a great question.
You are here.
As far as we can tell, we are in a trans-dimensional mansion owned by some crazy wizard lady. We're kind of trapped too. I'm Zaray.
My name's Tarbin.
She
This isn't the work of Tor Kimber, then.
The name is not familiar.
Um,
And hi, I'm Alisar. I'm the wizard that restored you.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I'm going to send a history
Gale
check.
chews on the spine of one of the books as it was made with some sort of animal glue and is quite tasty.
I rolled a 5. I don't think so.
Something happened some time ago.
And that's how we got this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's no, nobody'd heard of Torkimber is what it was.
And apparently you've also been trapped in this mansion for who knows how long.
I have no idea. What year is it?
1493.
1493.
You've been in here since 1380.
So like 110 years?
Yeah. Or you returned to that statue form 110 years ago.
Right.
Not necessarily in here. You were in a desk drawer here.
Yeah, but I've been away. I've been a statue for over 110 years.
Yeah. So any crimes you committed, I mean, the statute of limitations is up.
Well, he was a statue, and we saw the limitations.
Statue of limitations.
Well,
yeah.
I am in all your debt for freeing me. Hopefully I can be of service and help you get out of this place. Why are you here?
We were
Lazy
looking for a
Daddy thinks that it's
missing sage. And
Whom we found, who escaped, and now we're stuck.
then we got
Left
stuck.
us in here.
Double cross.
Yeah. Go bastard. He was a coward. He ran away.
Typical wizard bullshit.
There's a small demon construct baby at the doorway.
Looks like a pig with wings.
Yeah, he looks like a bullfrog pig.
No one else is flipping out or anything like that. So.
No.
Okay.
We're making you some food.
That
That's
would
also
be-
cooked, by the way.
That sounds amazing.
I'm just the help. Coriander does the real artistry.
And
I
cumin.
think we should bring these guys along with us.
Get
Or
them a
make our
job.
own.
We found a spell.
Just have a little
to make
wagon with the two little cherub guys in there, a little
Absolutely.
kitchen and, a couple of, donkeys, little
So
roaming, traveling style.
Absolutely.
the swarms did you no favors for searching this room. In fact, it takes the better part of an hour. During that time, Coriander comes in and cumin, and they are carrying a ham. They're like, I hope this is enough. There's some cherry pineapple spread for it. We stuck it full of cloves. Sorry to torture you with the smell of it. Technically, it was pre-cooked, and we've got a really nice setup. Here you go. And hands you the carving knife.
Okay. Yeah. He just goes to town and starts carving meat up, not caring if he's getting it all over himself or not. Because
Don't worry, it's no one we knew.
Does the ham have the BB brand in it?
It does not. It does not have the Brunner Battlehammer Battle Hams brand in it.
Oh.
No, this is not a battle ham. Battle hams are ham
I
in a
would
can.
recognize that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ham in a can, and it's from that time. So yes, if they had one of those, that would be something that Tarbin recognized, but they don't. That's not what's up.
Do they have like a poultice or some bandages?
Oh, how
over
damaged
here,
are you? Yeah.
I'm down to like 2 hit points.
You got
I'm, like,
crit.
Beat the hell.
Yeah, Zeray will once everything calms down and we all introduce ourselves. Damn, Shaz, you got.
They have a steak I can put on my eye.
He got beat up
I
with
will
phone
go
books.
and cast.
Tarbin cut you off a piece of ham. Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. Gale will revert to to their, somewhat emaciated human form.
Mhm.
And
Thank you.
go and oh, okay, cool. So,
Probably
they're
could still use healing though.
yeah, and they'll cast Cure Wounds on Shaz.
And he will be
Nice
glad.
being in a party with healers.
Healers.
Okay.
What are those?
Right.
All right. This counts as a short rest for everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and hit you all with that. If you want to spend hit dice to top any tanks off too.
I'm good. I am no longer wounded, apparently. How is that possible? Did the damage never come off my dude before?
No, it did.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you were healed most of it back.
I've sealed all of it back. I have no damage on my character sheet.
Healing power of Ham.
The healing power of
power.
Ham.
Yeah, never look Ham, in the
Thank you guys for the spells, but this Ham really did the trick.
Yeah.
Gale, you're still a wolf.
How do I stop that? Is there an action that I do on the sheet? There's wild shape action.
Oh, no. It's kind of cool,
Sorry,
though.
folks.
Oh, you have to remember you had to fake a long rest to get it to come off.
Yep.
That's like one of the things with the extension.
Ooh, there you go. You are back to Gale. And Wolf Boy has
Indeed.
put away.
Mm.
The time it takes you to look through, you kind of stack them and clean up. Gonna get some investigate. Actually, no, you already made those. It was just a time delayed one.
Chat, I had
Totally.
like a 19 on
There
mine,
there were some good ones. While you're cleaning up, you see that one of the books that hit you. You got hit with the information. You saw it. It is in fact one of the gilded books.
Yeah, I had a 21, as a matter of fact.
This gilded book bears the same face, but smaller, as the Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces. So Mordenkainen's face, and the spine has the letter R.
R.
Or as they say here,
Keeping
R.
track of the letters we got.
B-I-R.
Yeah, B-I-R.
Rib.
Rib.
You're sure you don't have all of them?
Oh, damn. Yeah. Gil's probably looking around being like, oh, why did I eat all those books? And they're just like getting the taste of glue out of their mouth.
Dog
You're going to be
homework.
bound up for days.
The
Indeed.
other thing that was found in this room was found by Elisar earlier as well. And it is, well, it's sitting on one of the desks, and it's this gold enameled or plated jeweled letter opener. It's just a very nice letter opener. An objet d'art, if you will.
Oh, well, I mean, is it magic? Is it cursed?
It does not detect any magic. Is it cursed? I don't know. Carry it around, see how your luck goes,
Only way to find out is try it.
Yep.
Ah.
Try to open some letters with it, see if you cut your own throat.
It's a purple letter opener.
Take that, Bills. Okay.
Yeah, too bad you could have used that on that last battle on books. I'm sure it would have came in handy.
So, where to next, Joe?
I guess we got to go upstairs.
Yeah, there was no more rooms on this level, right?
No,
Actually,
you've
there
seen this
is.
whole level entirely, and you've seen the basement entirely.
To the upstairs.
To the
But
place that's
where
warded with the crazy stuff.
are the stairs going upstairs?
I remember where the stairs are.
Yeah, right next to the study, right?
Follow me, y'all.
All right. I'm right up. Like I want to be at the front, but let him lead the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, Elisar
Yeah.
knows where they are.
Yep. Yeah, they're actually not in the study. They're in the back pantry.
Oh.
Fancy.
Ba-ba-bum.
Yeah, 'cause I remember checking these out before and realizing that it was kind of freaky, and then Elisar confirmed it.
Reminds me of my one friend's house. He has one of those like 1800s downtown Buffalo houses, and the only way to get into the back half of the upstairs is through the kitchen. There's just a separate staircase that goes up and is only going up to one room, second floor in the back half. So weird.
That was our cousin Ryan's house. Had like the weird, freaky half floor with the servants' quarters. You remember that house?
Yeah, yeah. Over on Ferry in Richmond, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ferry in Richmond. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That was
like
crazy.
The ceilings
Yeah.
were all like super short, and it was like in between floors. It was pretty cool. You could only get to it through the one staircase.
So the stairs turn, and as you reach the top of the stairs, who's going first? Exactly.
I will.
Whoever's
Welcome.
first, I'll be right by your side.
I'll take a very critical eye and walk slowly as I'm going to
I'm gonna go
try
up
not to
front.
spring any pressure plates or trip wires or anything like that. I'm actively looking for traps.
Okay.
Yeah,
There-
I'll stay right behind him then. Like if he's doing that, then
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting to the top of the stairs, Shaz, you look down. Who's behind Tarbin?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be somewhere in the middle-ish, I guess.
Well, there's 5 of you, so that would be right behind Tarbin then.
And Zaray will take the rear.
Ooh.
So after Gale will be Elisar and then Zaray? All right. As you turn and go up the second flight of stairs, it's bathed in this indigo light that shimmers. And you see that at the top of the stairs is this grand double paned window that is letting in this incandescent miasma, this nebula from outside, letting in the light. And as you're looking, it's just it casts everything in this strange hue that you almost don't notice the door at the top of the stairs to your right, and then looking over the railing, which would function as something of a balcony down the stairwell, you see another door as well. So there are 2 doors that you can see at the top of the stairs. One to the right. I'm going to zoom in and share again.
Oh, well, here you go, Conjorables, taking a drink.
Time for tea. Refresh yourself. Yeah, hold on just a second there, Sporto. Tarbin? This
yes.
It's at first you think, wow, it must be a really awesome sunset. But as you go further up the stairs, you're looking out the window into an alien landscape. It's just, you've never seen anything like this. Your life to this point has been earthbound and grounded. I mean, sure, you've got the talent. You may become a great rune carver someday and one of the warriors that wields their magic, but you haven't left the plane. You haven't left the ground. You get the feeling you're up in the sky. But that's not sky. There's no ground as you look. It's just a swirling mass of sherbet, orange and purple, swirly.
Is there any way I can see about getting back down onto the ground, or
I'm gonna have you make
ground?
I'm gonna have you make a nature check. If you roll high enough, you'll realize this isn't nature. This isn't natural, and you're nowhere near home.
Nope.
Yeah, and actually, you made it. You realize that, and they helped you with this. They kind of told you that you're in an extra dimensional space. I mean, there was a lot of wizard shit they were talking about, but it must be one of those little pocket worlds that wizards keep their monsters in, or you know, it's some powerful magic. It's a little uncomfortable, but you're just now coming to grips with the fact that you've traded one prison for another. And
Now
there's
with more freedom.
I mean, yeah, and the food was really good, so there was that.
It
Like an
was.
upgrade to like a
Yelping
federal white collar
and
prison.
There's tennis courts out
I
back.
went from being in solitary into general pop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can all see that's what's happening here. What door are we checking out first?
I was thinking this one over here.
Okay.
For no particular reason, but that was the first one I saw.
It's also it's locked.
Let me take care of that.
Okay.
We'll do some lock picking.
Oh. Yeah,
Useful skill.
it is.
But before I pick the lock, I want to investigate to make sure it's not trapped.
That's a good policy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I'm going to send you these rolls. Don't make them just yet. I'll send you the next one.
Okay.
We're going to have you go ahead and make that. We're going to hide the results of this one. Because we're horrible people.
Okay, which one is this? Not the dexterity saving throw, the investigation check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't a spoiler. You don't see any traps. It was supposed to
Looks
be a
safe
check.
to me.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a check, not a save.
Yeah.
So you try, and the door does. Go ahead and roll the other one now. Stay very fucking locked.
What? Okay, let me add that D6 to it that I've been banking on.
Okay.
My inspiration.
Does that last past a short rest?
I don't know.
It's only for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, damn. That's too bad, because there would have been enough.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, maybe my large brutish friend could smash it down if we need to. Let's go check the other door out. This one appears to be pretty solidly locked. Unless someone else wants to give it a shot. Zeray, you're pretty good at these things. You did it once.
Zuri, you want to move up and try?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I
I mean, before we break the door down, right?
I will also use the help action.
Oh, clever. Nice.
Can I also cast guidance on them before they do?
Yes.
Okay.
You cast guidance on
Zeray.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me just
Burn
do
that.
that there.
That's a cantrip.
And
You
then,
don't have to burn it.
It's a cantrip. That's lovely. Let me just drop the effect on them.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
All right. Enjoy. Crazy. Sure, you're just going to lampshade this door right open. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah, we are. See, you're really good at this. You're a natural. You're a natural.
You know, they say my goddess spent time as goddess of thieves during the War of the Spider Queen.
Looking into this room, most of it is taken up by long wooden tables covered with glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line these walls. So there's cabinets north and south, if you will. Although, what's up, what's down, here we are. Just below the ceiling in the middle of the room, there are colorful globes circling each other in an intricate dance. Slowly, not like a ceiling fan. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map. Looks to be like a celestial map of the night sky. And there's a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door.
Is this
Looks
a
a
planetarium?
It's a laboratory of some sort, yes, but there is, it does have that motif.
Holy crap, we're on the cover of Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
Do you wish to move in?
Yeah, I want to go in.
All right.
All right, well, if you go in, I'll go in.
Everybody's going in, but you can't all go in at once. You don't all fit through the door. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Single file. Who's your partner? Hold hands. Remember your buddy. Gail, are you going in or?
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Tarbin, you're alone in the hallway. There's another door. You could separate the party.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see the map or anything like that.
Oh, let me try sharing again for you.
Double-click on your token. On your character sheet on the upper right.
Yeah, the one on the right. If you double click it, it should bring you to the
Okay, there we go.
to the map land.
Yeah, I'll come in.
Cool. The the laboratory.
Formation, go.
The laboratory is spacious, and there is that pattern of the night sky with stars on it, and a sunburst pattern. The sunburst is like the least accurate. The map of the stars looks like you could use it if only you could see real sky, but it seems to be thought out and maybe even accurate. Yeah, you recognize a few constellations. This was definitely taken from a northern perspective, maybe not as far north as the spine of the world. Definitely north.
Would I be more familiar with it, or?
It's actually like the first familiar thing you've seen, but it's like a faded painting of something you remember. You know it's the night sky. And there are a few of them that seem familiar. There's no moon here though. That's an oversight that Zeray is probably upset about.
So the person who lives here is at least from our planet, from Toral, right?
Yes, looks that way. Most of the stars are like mere dots or small circles, but there are 5 prominent stars that are rendered as tiny silver suns. As you get closer to the wall itself, you can see that. And there's one of those blackboards on wheels that you can flip around and has blackboards on both sides for diagrams. And there's a lot of charts and a lot of math on this blackboard. Looks like somebody was working out the solution to something.
I spell a puzzle.
And as you say that, everybody can roll for a perception check.
A perception check appears before you.
Dun dun dun! A wild perception check appears. The party uses high wisdom. It's super effective.
Not fan. I don't see.
Not my best roll.
I seem to have succeeded.
So too did Tarbin and Zeray. Yeah. On the middle table, you see another one of the golden books. So maybe y'all should tell Tarbin, hey, we're looking for these. These are the clue to get out of here. But there's one sitting right there in the open, not even hidden.
It's a trap.
You have trust issues, and they are well founded.
I'll go grab it.
Okay.
And I'll turn it and I'll show Tarbin the letters on the spine.
T.
These are the key to us getting out of here.
Trib?
How many do you have? How many do we need?
Now?
This is the 4th. We're looking for...
We're not sure how many.
We have to spell out a tribe called Quest.
You're gonna be in here a long time. Okay.
Yeah, if you only have 4, yeah, that's yeah. All right.
TRIB.
I will make sure I keep an eye out.
Or we're going to Britain because we got Brit.
Maybe tribe.
Next one's gonna be an H. It's gonna be birth.
The only way out is in.
Is through. Dun dun dun. Well, it looks like you've sussed out this room, except for the formula. The formula on the blackboard appears to be natural sciences. There's some notation of chemical composition. You recognize that collectively without rolls. Some astronomy, definitely, and some astrology. So there's planetary signs, but then there's also this zodiac. There's a diagram of a Vitruvian man. It's there's a lot of math. It looks like somebody was trying to solve for something, but what they were trying to solve for can't figure it out. It seems like there's a lot of things going on there. LSR, I'm picturing you're probably doing a lot of that. Shaznazular, you recognize the complex mathematics. It's not your forte, but you might be able to figure out something about it. But it's you're thankful for the globes.
Puzzle it out.
Cue that meme of the lady with all the mathematics in front of her face.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here.
So there are like some maps or something that like would have pictures of a natural area.
Yeah, it appears to be the night sky on the far wall, the western wall, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll study that more. Mathematics is definitely not Tarbin's strong suit.
Let's give Tarbin a nature check.
I got a history check.
Oh, you can ignore that. Just do the nature one.
Why? I do better at history than nature.
No, you did all right. You got it.
Yeah, this. We did with a 13.
This was somebody had one of those spy glasses and looked really, really close up at the movements of things. This is the movement of planets. They're the fast movers. They're not stars. You just know that this is somebody spent a lot of time making this based on observations from somewhere in the north of Baldur's Gate, but south of the Spine of the World, probably even north of Waterdeep. You didn't roll high enough to like nail where these calculations came from, but see.
Yeah, roughly. South from south from where I was from, but can't place exactly where.
See if everybody else can suss it out with brain power.
Yeah, let's try to take a
somewhere
crack
from
at
the
this
north.
puzzle.
Yeah.
We could see the the movers from there, but not the shakers.
Gale MVP with these dice being clutch. Gale, this was taken from Silvery Moon.
Gale will somehow know that it was in the guidebook. They studied it extensively.
It is strange because you've not been to this city, but you just know this intuitively. There must be a
me and my 3 other wolves howling at the stars night after night.
And while somebody paints them on velvet.
Oh, well.
3 wolves howling.
You don't get 3 wolves all in one place without it being a coordinated effort. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to try to win that at a carnival.
It's tough to keep him from starting up a poker game.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone curious about what the door in here?
I was waiting for my opportunity to go and check out that door. The fact that it's bright orange is worrying, but
that is
investigate it.
That is a cause for concern. I hide this from you, of course.
Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. It's on the other side of the door.
There's oxygen on this planet. Okay.
I'll even tell you, even though I hid the dice roll from you, there are absolutely no traps on this door. Your investigation was a natural 20.
Awesome.
Well done.
But it is
We're
locked.
confident.
It is locked.
I'm going to open that lock, and if I can't, I'm going to help my friend Zaray do it.
All right. It's cheese, but I like it. I like cheese.
She can do it
That's
with his,
reestablished.
Now,
with his
wouldn't that be a
instruction.
sleight of hand for lockpicking?
It's the same effect. It's your dex modifier plus your proficiency bonus. I can send it to you as a sleight of hand, but technically it's your thieves tool
I
proficiency.
have expertise with that.
Oh.
You
That's
can
why I took
buy
expertise for that,
expertise
because
with
there's no
You can
thieves
take
tools.
expertise with thieves tools too.
There's no option for thieves tools.
You have
on
to
the skills
script it,
thing.
but it's
Well, if I'd have known that, I would have put that on there and taken my expertise.
I'll let you use your sleight of hand. Quit whinging.
Whinge.
Stop your whinging. The locked door, is soon no more.
The whole room is orange.
What did you do?
You turned on the light.
The orange bleeds in powerfully from what can only be described as a true planetarium, a dark open space offering a view of the starry firmament of the night sky. But the telescopes that are mounted on bronze plates point towards constellations above. So the entire domed ceiling is as if the night sky. But in the middle of the space, a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal gives off this ambient amber glow in a circular brass stand. As you look in there, the sky doesn't stop at the walls. It looks like a hillside. The glow is powerful enough to bleed over, but that's real sky out there. Surely. You're suspicious, though. Understandably.
I'll take a tentative step out into the room.
Spongy, springy turf compresses underfoot.
Cool. I found the holodeck.
No, this is a.
You're in my space. Okay.
Well, first things first, we're in a planetarium, so I cast a cantrip dancing lights. You can't go to a planetarium without seeing a laser light show.
Coriander and cumin come in with, is it time for bong rips? Here you go. They're going to put on Floyd later.
Sweet.
Does anybody else enter the
Listen to entire
planetarium?
dark side of the moon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Tarbin?
Yep. Going in.
It's bizarre. Once the door is closed, then the illusion and the show begin. As you walk around, it's springy turf that feels like grass. There's still this heaviness in the air to it, but when the doors are closed, the starry night sky becomes visible in all directions. And more than 20 feet away, it's shadowy and indistinct. It's only the sky that seems to remain sharp and clear. In fact, the stars seem to shine down with this fierce light here. It's an expertly crafted room. This is that spot outside of Silvery Moon.
Oh.
Tarbin, there's something not quite right about all of it, though. You're skeptical. You've seen wizards put places in your mind. Gale, you're buying it.
It's real. I know it.
Ah, you're daft. It's not real.
Yeah, it's a
Why have we
very...
made a roll?
No, this is just like the guidebook said it would be. This is the real place.
It looks like you found your way out. No, it's a very convincing illusion. Tarbin, you failed it by 1. Sometimes I let people fail forward, like you know something's not right about it, but you're not sure what it is. Because this looks kind of convincing. It's just as you get to the edge of it, where it should still be hill, you feel this resistance, and it's at that moment you kind of suss out the dimensions of the room itself. But there are these telescopes all dotted on this hillside.
For what it's worth, I'm going to look through one of the telescopes, the one that's nearest me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, I would.
I'm going to
one of them.
inspect the glowing orb in the center.
Okay. The glowing orb, once you close the door, actually fades in its glow,
Oh.
allowing the night sky. That's why when this door is open, everything's orange, but when you close it, it isn't.
Mm.
It's actually kind of a neat effect.
Wow.
Looking through the telescopes, they're fixed. They don't move about. But as you look through the telescopes, you see they correspond to stars that are little tiny silver stars out on the main map outside. That map is the key to this. This is the puzzle. The mathematics was either the mathematics of figuring out how to craft this puzzle or trying to solve for it. What you don't know is that, are those Fistandia's notes on there? Or are those Matrius, the sage's notes, on the blackboard? Or both?
Well, time to add some more math.
A math problem.
They're currently locked in position, but they can be moved about, and 2 of them are not fixed on any stars. So it looks like 3 of them. So this puzzle is almost solved, but not quite. If you check back outside, so opening the door breaks the spell, and you see through the illusion now, like, oh, close the door, close the door. And when close it, oh. So you go back out to check and come back in, and I'll have y'all make one more check to see if you solve it. But I think you're about to.
Yeah, time to do some math.
Dun, 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 dun. Calculations. Ooh.
2.
Do.
Guys, cooperate.
Tarbin, it's cool to look at the stars.
It really is.
Gale, you're like, I want to turn into a wolf and howl at the, hey, where's the moon?
Where is the moon?
There is no moon.
Is it blocked by what? No, this is wrong. This is all wrong.
That could be part of the puzzle. But did everybody fail? Everybody just freaking failed?
Everybody
Can I
just
use
out
inspiration to redo that?
I hope so. Somebody should.
I'm gonna spend.
Yeah,
I'll
please,
give you that.
please burn it. Wow.
Yeah, this isn't. Yeah, this is definitely not Tarbin's strong suit. Is
Nope.
figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of the kind of like point me in a direction and I'll smash stuff.
Okay.
Just throw
Right,
some books
mark
at me
off.
and I'll stay busy.
I'll smash the hell out of them.
How dare they write adventures that incorporated like investigation checks? It's like the least used thing in the whole game. That's why it's the dump stat.
All right. It takes you a little longer, but you realize you have to point the remaining ones to correspond to the stars out there. So you do, but it still doesn't trigger it. And that's the part that's really eating at your brain. And Elisar, you realize it's because you assumed that the 3 telescopes in here were on the correct coordinates and one of them is
Right.
wrong. So you solve for that being wrong. And then sure enough, as you do that, a secret door opens.
Secret.
The moon's in that room, right?
You've
That's where the-
discovered something else entirely.
Oh, and now for something completely different.
Oh, black pudding. Bang.
Whoa, black pudding. Bam, whoa, black pudding. A room.
Gelatinous cube. I was thinking we're second level. Gelatinous cube. Black pudding would be a little much.
The room is bare except for one massive bookshelf on a plain wooden bench and a reading desk are built right into it. And a book with the bust of a mage, now very familiar to you, sits on it. This is the Chained Library. No breeze blows in here. This place looks entirely undisturbed. Maybe decades, maybe centuries have passed since anyone has opened this door.
I, for one, am disturbed by how undisturbed this looks.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I'm going in.
That being said, we're going to take our last break. This time we'll be back in 10 minutes, a little bit longer. Grab a snack, settle in, get your groove on. And when we come back, final scenes of the night. See you soon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. To sum up what's been happening so far, our party, while searching for clues, they found the means of bringing back a statue to restore a tank in the party and got pummeled by books. Now they find a chained library, and it looks like if these books were to pummel you, it would hurt an awful lot more. As we finish up episode 5 of the Biblio-Files. Who enters this chamber that you unlocked through the puzzle of telescopes in the planetarium?
I'll go in.
I have opted to go in as well.
Well, maybe you should stay back. You didn't do so well with books.
Right?
So upon entering the, let's call it what it is, the chained library, do you back out to allow Tarbin in first?
No, I'm just going to move to the side.
Okay.
And I'm also going to hide in the shadows, just because.
Just going to sort of duck in and blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to scan the room as I enter.
All right. You can go ahead
Warhammer at the ready.
Sure. You can use your token and like move right in there. There you go. Perfect. So you walk in scanning about just after, let's see how good Shaznazular, the Improbable, is at hiding. I'll even make this one open for fun.
If you stand really, really still.
So we got a 9 on the stealth. Or no, a 12 on the stealth. No, a 9 on the stealth. Yeah, I see what I did.
No, I'm standing behind like a lamp. Like, you can't see me.
Yeah. He thinks he's really stealthy, but Tarbin, I'm pretty sure you saw him. And if you didn't, it's even funnier. So let's go ahead and get a perception check for you just to complete the comedy we're going for here.
Oh,
how did you do that? You disappeared.
So you rolled nat 1 and see nothing? Nothing? Anybody else interested in going in there?
Zeray goes in.
Yeah.
She goes in with short swords akimbo.
Okay.
Ready, just in case.
It looks like that's one of those books, Tarbin. So you approach it? Looks like
Yeah,
it's
I
one
would
of...
walk up, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going in the room as well.
Gale, you always seem late to the party, and that's okay. This is wizard shit.
They are going to actually look at this door. Like, just stay by this one.
Okay.
Just in case something comes in.
Sure.
A guard dog.
Something, right?
Indeed.
The moment of silence is shattered when, as you approach Tarbin, you hear some of the chains on the books rattle. And one of the books moves out from its resting spot on the shelf ever so slightly, and then another.
Oh, that's...
You're just you were reaching for the gold book, the golden tome, and the desk responded. You could still grab the book. Or you could back off
No,
and go,
I'm gonna
ooh,
back
hang
off.
on.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna back off.
So I'll move you to the side there.
Elisar is going to try Mage Hand to try to grab the book.
Okay. And Gail, what were you doing again? I'm sorry.
Oh, they are watching the exit like a
that's
good
right.
getaway driver.
Okay. Yes. A powerful perception check awaits. Just parking your passive perception right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good plan. How many shapeshifts you got left? Just, asking for a friend.
Well, I get 2 per short rest, and I haven't used any this short rest yet.
Nice. All right.
Although, before I roll that perception check, I will shapeshift into a wolf to guard dog it.
All right. We'll take care of that bookkeeping wise if we need to, which we probably will very shortly.
Okay.
So you reach out with Mage Hand, and as soon as you move the book, there's the sound of books flapping off the shelves as a swarm animates, but mixed in with it is the much scarier and deadlier sound of chains on these books. So the chained library animates to attack.
Shameful. Don't they know knowledge should be shared?
They're sharing it. They're definitely sharing it in their own way.
Well,
So, good news
this
is
will be fun.
you get to roll initiative.
Hey.
My hammer is ready, so
Bad news is
hopefully
nobody's surprised by this.
My casting hands are ready.
About to catch these hands. All right, I just sent you the old initiative restaroo. Still some solid rolls. Nobody's rolling badly on initiative. It's kind of awesome.
Looks like Tarbin's fully awake now.
Yeah. Definitely got the joints loosened up a little bit.
The good news is the books seem slower to move than the previous books you fought, as if they are in fact weighed down by these chains and attached. So they're in position. They seem, I don't know, scarier maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. But Tarbin, you get to go first.
I'm gonna go after the first swarm of books I can see. All right.
Once again, just throw yourself in there. Perfect.
That's my job, man.
Bringing down the Warhammer. What'd you roll?
18.
That's a big, solid hit. Drop the damage on the big letter A, and it should actually script it right in.
Sorry.
Okay. I got it this time. Boom. All right, so you knock one of the books, and it just hangs limply from its chain, having had the fight taken out of it.
That's pretty much all I can do this round. Actually,
maybe not.
I'll use one of my action surges, and if I can attack again.
Awesome. Yeah, please. Drop that on there. Even better roll this time. Wow. Okay. And roll that fabulous green bean footage. Another 7 points of damage. So, you knock another one. You knock the book inside out, knock the dust jacket off it. Regrettable. Always be good to books. Even bad books. All right.
Yeah, that's the end of my actions.
Sweet. Elisar.
All right. Doing his best to not aim at the puzzle book he needs.
It's not part of the swarm, by the way.
Okay, that's good. He's going to start casting a firebolt.
Yes. Fire in a library.
I love fire.
You missed though. Yeah, you were aiming, and as you cast it, one of the books just came up and there was enough of an updraft that the firebolt went astray. It happens in windy conditions. You've seen it before. All right. Did you wish to move? Moving around
No,
in
he's
here
good.
could be okay. It's a
Yeah,
little
it's quite
crowded.
cramped.
A little bit.
And he wants to give room to Zare and Tarvin to do their thing. So he's gonna stop for now.
Gale, shall I turn you into a wolf? You did say that you were, correct?
Sorry, had mute there. Well, that was before I heard all the commotion behind.
Mm-hmm. You said a wolf, too. Did you mean a normal wolf? Like one that can get through doors a lot easier? Because that's not happening in that room as a dire wolf, or really even a normal wolf the way everybody's standing.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a situation that would be good. What Gale can do is turn around, be like, "Oh, again," and then go and produce flame.
Okay. So
sure. I'm going to just go and make a ranged attack roll. Bloop. And another small ball of fire goes tossed around the library.
A small victory for me. All right. Still pretty worthy.
It's like, can you turn into a swarm of termites and just eat the library?
Turn into book beetles.
All right. So I am going to.
Yeah, since the books don't see you.
Yeah, because I'm so sneaky. I am going to. I'm going to throw a dagger.
Sure. You might pin one to the desk.
In the corner. Yeah, you never know what could happen here.
It looks like it went through one book to pin another book to the desk. So that's a crit.
Yeah, it is a crit. And I'm also sneak attacking.
They're not immune to crits.
They're engaged with all those people. They're engaged. They get my sneak attack damage.
You do. Even with that really god-awful stealth check.
Yeah. Luckily, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Well, here's my damage for that. And then I just get 1d6 for the sneak attack, right?
Yeah, your second level.
Right, and it doesn't double with the crit, right?
No, just the weapon damage.
Just the weapon damage doubles?
Right,
yeah.
Right. So I'm just going to drop a d6, and you can add that, I guess. Damage is damage.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm going to use my cunning action to hide again.
All right. If something comes looking for you, we'll worry about it. But in the meantime, you think you're pretty well hidden. Same spot as before. Zaraya, you're not still benefiting from guidance, so I'm going to get rid of that. Not to be shitty, but...
No, I'm not.
There you go.
All right. I feel so weird to be attacking books.
Twice in one night.
Gonna do it. Or try.
Hey, they attacked first.
They did every time.
It's not like we're going around killing books.
You're just knocking the magic snot out of them, and then you can rebind them.
And then as a bonus action, I'll take my second attack with my offhand.
Okay. Solid hit with the 19. Minor damage. All right. Well, I'm glad to see they lived around, because now it's their turn. They do have a little bit of that multi-attack goodness that I love so much. So that's good. And they've got the kind that lets them make two. So I'm going to go ahead and swing at Tarvin, because you're in their midst. And, that's a 19. That's a big old hit. They're going to drop some bludgeoning damzoni on there. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use my... what is it called? Stone Endurance, which is a D12 plus my con for.
To shrug off the damage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll it. I'll fix.
Is there a way that I can just roll it or no?
Just drag a D12 until you script it on there. Just drag one of the D12s there near your chat right in there. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So here's the good news. You shrugged off every little bit of the damage. The bad news is this one moves out 2 books and they sort of smack you on the back, and you're like, that wasn't that bad. I'll shrug that off, but they wrap the chains around you and begin to try to grapple you in them. In fact, you are grappled, but you can escape it on your turn.
I don't even get a saving throw?
No, because all they got to do is hit you.
Alrighty.
Yep. In fact, the wording of it is comical because it says +4 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target, hit, here's the damage. And if the target is a creature, it is grappled. You are a creature.
I don't believe so. You're stereotyping me.
You're a creature. Creature. All right, Tarbin. I'll let you try to shrug that off. You can do it with an athletics check. I think you're pretty good at those. Let's find out.
I'm pretty. I'm pretty good at that stuff.
Send you an athletics check.
Oh,
there you go. 21.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you break the chains.
I'm gonna break this rusty cage. Okay, cool. Do I get to attack after that, or is that just eat up my whole action?
No, it doesn't eat up your action. In fact, we'll say it was your move action, so you still get your standard if you want to attack.
Oh, yeah, definitely. $15, is that a hit?
Yes. A little more damage. Every bit helps. Damage is damage.
Hey, yeah.
Smack another book out of the way.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much all I can do this turn.
Mm-hmm. Elisar, you don't want to get hit by this. You know that.
Right.
It's in pretty rough shape.
I'm gonna hope my aim is more true this next time and just try to cast another firebolt at it.
Yay!
Hey!
A few pages flutter smoldering to the ground, the ashes of the books. You didn't destroy too many books, but you scorched some of the pages. One of them definitely took the brunt of that, and it's probably a copy. But the books clatter to the ground, hanging off on the desk, some hanging on their chains still, some having been separated from their chains by battle. But the fight is over. And the prize is yours. For you find another one.
I'm going to retrieve my dagger that I threw at it.
Sure. And you find another book. This one with the letter L.
Oh, it's Blurt.
Oh, the answer is blurted out.
It is. You didn't ring in though, and it wasn't in the form of a question.
Damn.
What is my expectations of this game?
Oh, Blurt.
There we go.
Dashed upon the rocks.
Oh no.
Nothing else seems to be happening. The dust settles, and there is a lot of dust raised. Say anybody staying in this room is probably going to be looking at some breathing conditions.
Yeah, let's get out of there.
You've solved a good deal of the puzzle tonight. This is the most books you've gotten in one go. Looks like you're clearing it out. What else is up here? Maybe the rest of these books.
There's a couple more doors to go through.
There are. You can handle this.
One does
Press
one
on.
does not simply walk through more doors.
I gotta reward that. I'm not happy about it, but I'm giving you inspiration.
Oh.
So back to the left and into formation. You have a number of the books. You know you don't have all of them, and you know you need all of them. But you're thinking maybe we're close. Maybe there's just one or two books left. Where to next?
Didn't we have another door we couldn't unlock?
We didn't try yet.
Yeah, across the stair hallway.
Oh, okay.
Go 30 feet of movement.
Go Gadget Rogue.
I'm just going to move right to the door, if that's fine. Just, that's the plan.
I like that you're all tactical now. You all turned into SEAL Team 6 just rolling up in here now. It's like all this tactical movement, covering each other's angles, not any blind spots. I'm impressed. All right, Chaz, you're going to go for that door there and try to open it? You haven't messed with this one.
The routine, investigation and pick the lock.
All right.
If it's locked. I didn't check that yet, but investigation first.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to make this result hidden to you, though. You shouldn't know if you've done well on this or not.
Sure.
You don't see any traps.
All right, let's get to picking if it's locked.
It's not locked.
Well, then let's just open it.
All right. Looks like there's a hallway.
Look out! It's a hallway.
And it kind of reminds you of the hallway in the basement. In fact, it really reminds you of the hallway in the basement because exactly halfway through this 15-foot corridor is a door, and it ends in another door.
It's a familiar layout here on the second floor.
Yep.
Okay.
We found the recursion point.
All right, well, I'm going to stop by the next door.
Hmm?
And you know what I'm planning to do.
No, I don't. Tell me. Tell me what I've won.
An investigation and a possible lock.
Oh, there you go. I'm hoping you'll forget one of these times.
No,
where it's
we
actually
don't forget.
trapped or something.
Yeah, we don't forget that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Is the door locked?
You don't see any traps, so you're starting to unlock it or to see if it's locked. As soon as you touch the knob, you hear this metal slicing metal noise, and two blades come flying out from the frame of the door. They're small and they just go and just like slash across.
Mm.
So I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw. Send that to you now. See if you can jump back, take half something, maybe. Not die.
Maybe I'll lose some fingers.
Just like Tarbin. You made the save, so that's the good news. It's D6 plus 2 damage, slashing, and you'll take half. So you took 2 points of damage. Cuts across you. Even cuts, not that bad. But you're like, wait, those were tiny blades that wouldn't have hurt anyway. And you panic for a moment, worrying about the other shoe dropping.
Right.
And remembering how much your DM likes poisons.
Yeah, there's no point in a tiny blade unless it's delivering poison.
Door's open, though.
Cool. What do I see through my...
It's, well, it's a pleasant little parlor. There's a fireplace in there. It's not currently lit, but this place being the magical mansion that it is, if you walked in, it might light up. There's do you have a light source out here, human? Did you see the
I
vague
could,
outlines of a room with a fireplace at the far end?
yeah, I could light up a lantern
Okay,
because I have one.
I will give you some lantern light. Then I'll reshare the map. I didn't want to spoil anything by having it on the map stream when you were, doing your thing. Lantern, huh? Bam, okay. That's a lot of light, by the way.
That is a little light.
That is. So I don't see anything in there.
See two swords crossed, like an ornamental resting place over the fireplace. And just standing at the door with the lantern there, you see the embers of the fire. It's basically waiting for you to enter to illuminate the cheery fire that all these fireplaces in this place have.
Okay. Well, so far, the rooms themselves haven't been deadly. It's just the stuff in them.
And this one, there's a stag's head, a wolf on another wall, wolf's head. Sorry, Gail. A reading table, of course, you guessed it, piled high with books, and a bizarre creature. At first you think it's another stag head, but you see that the horns on this are like coral reefs of like obsidian. They're the most impossibly shaped slashing horns you've ever seen, and the mouth isn't quite right. It's a creature you haven't seen before. Go in there and make some nature checks or arcana checks and maybe suss out some creature knowledge. There's a small black dragon head mounted on one wall as you pan around this lantern. And oh, that's not a wolf head. It looks like a greasy black wolf, but the eyes, and they really capture this right. As soon as you shine it on there, they light from within. Really good taxidermy. But the charred black mouth and bright orange tongue of this creature tells you that's the head of a hellhound. So this is the trophy room.
Hey guys, come check out this trophy room.
Did you say swords?
Yeah, there's swords, there's animal heads, there's more books. You guys have at it. I'm gonna just kind of step over here.
So,
Looks like a fuck this place kind of place,
I'm gonna take a peek inside.
Yeah, it's as I described before, the ornamentation. I mean, it's absolutely a trophy room, and there was a lot of trophies. There was, let's see, how many was that? There was stag's head, a wolf head, creature one, couldn't identify, a hellhound, and a black dragon. So 5 heads in there.
That's a lot of heads.
It's a lot of heads. And 2 swords arranged ornamentally over the fireplace, crossed.
Are they actual, by looking at them,
You're there now. Yeah.
Okay. Are they real swords or are they just kind of for show?
They look like thin, elegant scimitars. But you'd have to get closer if you want to really inspect them.
Where are they, on the far side
Yeah, over the fireplace.
of the room?
And yes, as you enter, LSR, you're the first to enter, the fireplace blossoms. It's an illusion, but it's a pleasant one. And you know that by this point.
All right. Is there any books within the room?
Yeah, there's a stack of books on one of the reading tables right near you, in fact.
I beat the hell out of them.
Yes, we've been smashing
Damn you,
your
books.
That might not be a bad policy these days, you know. Because it seems like
He's gonna,
there's a lot of that.
yeah, he's gonna try to be a little bit more cautious at this point, and try to do his best to examine the spines of the books without touching them.
Okay.
Since last time, that's what kind of activated the chains and stuff.
Gotcha. So you're just sort of like scanning them up and down. They're a twisted
Yeah.
spiral pile. That's something you've seen repeating here. And yeah, it's reminiscent of Ghostbusters, I'm not going to lie. But that spiral pattern seems to be books that somebody stacked. There's like a couple of schools of thought. This place has been, whoever made this place and originally lived here hasn't been here in some time. And it looks like other people have made their way in. Maybe Matreus, the sage, had that spiral method of stacking, but it forces you to basically walk around the whole thing. Tarbin, they look to be real swords from a distance. You want to go ahead and heft one?
Zaray definitely
Yeah,
wants
definitely.
wants to definitely look at them when she gets into
Okay.
the room.
So she enters the room just as Tarbin is reaching up to take one off the wall. And it's up there pretty high, but you're really tall. And as you touch it, it spins in place and goes and flies in the air above the ceiling. We're going to roll for initiative.
Oh no!
Oh, yay.
I knew the swords were going to be that kind of thing. I
Animated
just had that feeling.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's books. We should have known. It was
Just wait
swords.
till the heads start doing stuff.
Awesome. Okay, well, you're kind of middling.
I was
Not-
too distracted by books.
Yeah. Not the
Yeah, it threw you off.
not the success you enjoyed earlier on initiative. Yeah, and as you look back up, you see the other sword has also joined the fight. But it looks
Yeah,
like
I kind of assumed that.
yeah, Shaz, you hear the swords come off the wall, and you're like, I knew it. I knew it.
Tim knew it.
But what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to set down the lantern and draw my bow. See if I can shoot one of these arrows out, or shoot one of these swords out of the air with an arrow.
Wow, I'd be impressed if you can.
Yeah, me too. It's worth trying. So, pulls out an arrow, draws back, and lets it rip.
You hit a flying sword. It's not an easy thing to do.
Ding.
They're not so easy to hit. Solid damage.
Doesn't take it down.
No,
But damage is damage.
it's it sparks and you leave a scoured nick in the side of it there. You got any movement left? What you gonna do?
I got lots of movement, but I'm content to stay right where I am.
Okay.
Oh, here I'll advance the tracker. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I already did.
Tarbin? Dang swords.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna go after this one to the west of me.
Okay. So remember, I'm gonna help by making you target it. There you go. Now you have that one targeted. From your character sheet, you can just double click your Warhammer and it should auto attack that one.
Oh,
But hey,
Yeah,
you did attack
that's-
the right target, but you missed.
all right. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay, you could back out a little bit if you wanted. You wouldn't provoke any
Nah.
ops. Okay.
Nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, just run right through, get the double opportunity attack. Yeah.
He's not gonna do that unless he like tries to, really leave. It's okay. You can move around as long as you remain in the threatened area. You don't provoke.
I don't need to move around. I'm fine where I'm at.
You're doing great. We're all really proud of you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
All right, LSR.
So these swords move pretty quickly, I assume.
They do.
I fear that a firebolt may miss and just cause more trouble. So instead, Elisar is gonna do a tried and true spell, Magic Missile.
Can't go wrong. Force damage.
That's right.
Damage is damage, but
sword
force
number
damage is
1.
best damage.
Yeah.
And it's
Guaranteed
3
6
bolts, right?
points. Yeah.
Ow, okay. All of them just collide, and you actually see that the cross hilt is wobbly.
Hell yeah. And
Jiggly Tang.
he's gonna stay right where he's at.
I'm unfamiliar with that Pokemon. Right. Good solid spell damage. Flying Sword 1 was going to stab at Tarbin, but instead now is going to move to engage Elisar.
I think you moved the wrong one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're correct. As usual. Cool, it doesn't have to move then. It can just attack you.
And so, as a reaction, I would also like to cast Shield.
It missed you.
Hits you first.
Yeah, it missed you. You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
We aren't supposed to call out shield before the result is known, so Fantasy Grounds, all of its automation kind of takes that away. I'm going to say you cast the spell.
Yeah.
But you earned it. Shaznajalar, I gave you inspiration for knowing this was a trap. Flying Sword 2 is going to try to attack Tarbin, though. Happy to just come slashing down. Hits. Oh, my goodness. Good solid hit with a 21. Not a crit. 7 points of slashing damage. Slash. Zeray.
That hurts.
Fine scimitars. I know they look like long swords in the picture. Don't worry about it. I described them as curved swords. They're curved.
So Zeray twirls in right here to kind of cover Elisar and also Tarbin's back.
Okay.
And then I'll make my first attack against Sword 1.
We're a very sword-friendly party, too. Ooh,
that's a miss.
You cross steel, but steel crosses back.
It was just a feint as I attack with my second.
Oh. The real attack strikes true, the blade that is slow. Nice. All right. Good solid damage. Scores along the side. You're thinking even if you defeat these by beating the magic out of them, that you could probably repair them into a functional scimitar of pretty decent quality. All right, Gale of Misty Vale. In the hallway. The air is stale.
Just how Gale likes it. Stale air means no poison on the wind. So they need to go forward a few feet. And hey, now they can see people.
Yep. We got that shared view on so that you can see what they see. It's a little meta, but so is playing with miniatures if you really think about it. Top-down tactical view of the world, handy.
So they see Shaz and like
they're fighting flying swords in there. They're fighting some flying swords. I just shot one, but they're pretty hardy.
Playing with knives seems bad.
I would just hang out here if I were you. That's what I'm doing.
Try sponging some buffs while you're out there.
Uh, it's just through their store. Uh, uh, like, is Shaz in the way of the door?
I'll let you
Or-
through. Like, I'll totally let you through if you want to go through. I'm not going to hold you back.
Yeah, permit to move through square. Sure, you just can't end your square in the same square as Shaz.
Yeah. Yeah. So they'll
Get
move
to there.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they're gonna let off a little bit of a produced flame and miss,
Good old fire.
and then they'll pop back out.
Okay.
Wow, Shaz, you were right. They are fast.
Told you.
Don't read that.
Let those fighting types handle it. I don't know what Elisar's doing in there.
Research. I think they call it research.
Elisar's a fighting type, just a different fighting
that's true.
type.
He carries
He
the
just
sword.
doesn't have
He's good.
weapons.
Have we seen him use it yet?
He doesn't have one.
Well,
Oh,
if there were a convenient place to find a couple swords.
Yeah.
Quit beating him. I need him. Now you got to beat the magic out of him. All right, Shaz, what you got? More
It's my
arrows,
turn again?
pithy comments, gatekeeping, literally. What you doing?
All of the above? I don't know about the fifth. This got to kind of come out organically. But I'm going to shoot this one this time.
Okay.
Well, not really.
No, not so much.
And that will suffice for a turn.
Let me get that grappled condition off you. You're not grappled.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're a little cut. Bring down the Warhammer. Clang! Clangs on steel. Dropped some damage. Oh, nearly max damage. Enough to cause the sword to clatter to the floor. Harmlessly.
Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Is that the one that caught me?
It's more of a bastard.
It was the other one that cut you.
Oh, damn it. All right. No, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do.
Oh,
I'm not going.
that's
Well,
solid.
yeah. I can't axe and surge again.
Now
So,
you're out of that.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I can do right now.
Six-pack.
Surge! All right, Elisar.
So the sword is now on the ground.
Yeah, it's got some damage on it, but it's a functional sword.
Yeah, he's gonna pick that up.
I said I described them as scimitars before. Let's say they're elven longswords.
I like it.
Better all the time.
All right. So you might want to stop targeting Flying Sword 1 since it's the...
Yeah, definitely.
It's the
it took an
dead.
elf to get their eyes on it to realize.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, no, it's the preponderance of elf. You wandered in like this, and they're like, oh, a second edition party. Elven swords, elven swords. Oh, wait. This many elves in a party? Haven't seen this many since second edition.
I'm gonna just grab a long sword and put it in my inventory if that's okay.
Please do. That is a great way to find one, too.
I can patch it up for you next time we get to a forge.
Hell yeah.
That's right, you're a smithy. Cool.
Find it fancy if you want to sell it for a small fee.
I won't be proficient with elven longswords till next level.
Elven steel.
So after grabbing the sword, he's gonna try to go up to the flying sword number 2.
Okay.
And engage in combat.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
No pressure.
You can do it.
It's been a while since I used the weapon. I forgot where the button was.
Nice. Well,
That's a great miss.
You missed, but it's they're pretty tough to hit. Your steel sang steel down the side, but that song had no end. Womp womp. Cool. Now you're armed, and the steel will answer in kind, my friend, and sing the song until you end. But it misses.
Mage armor for the win.
Yeah.
All right, Zeray.
It sings a song, but can it dance the dance? That's what Zaray wants to know.
You walk the walk, but can you talk the talk? Didn't realize we'd have so many Full Metal jackets, but
First one.
that wiggly tang. Oh my
Damage is
goodness.
damage.
Yeah, damage. Oh shit. Oh, solid. Yeah, it's the first damage to land on this one.
As
Okay.
we fight side by side.
Mm-hmm. Gale.
Gale will, turn over to Shaz and say, I think that if you just try again, I think you could probably shoot one of those swords. And Gale will cast guidance.
Nice. Yeah, I got one before. I can do it again. I feel like I can. I feel confident.
Okay.
We believe in you.
We do, Guidance. So go ahead and drop it on us.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
He already did. It's on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's sweet, sweet guidance. There you go. Hey, Shaz.
Oh,
Sweet,
yeah.
sweet guidance. All right. And another arrow comes whipping past your heads at the sword and misses.
This is terribly, in fact.
Guidance didn't do anything. There was no effect of the guidance there.
Guidance doesn't work on attacks.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's just for skill checks, I believe.
Ah, yeah. Well, can I try to skillfully shoot the arrow?
Ability
Apparently
check.
not. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm just going to watch it unfold from here. Just keep taking pot shots.
Is anybody in the chat correcting us? I wonder.
Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, yep.
Dang it. Hey, you want my inspiration?
Ooh.
Oh, actually, I could use mine, because I have one too, right?
Yeah, you should use yours first.
Yeah.
You can't get inspiration from somebody else while you still have some. That's something I gotta say. I've run some campaigns where the rules for inspiration usage were expanded. Some of that's a carryover of my love for Savage Worlds. Benny's let you do different things in different settings. So I'm okay with people sharing inspiration.
Ooh.
But you gotta be out of inspiration before you can use somebody else's. Dang. Okay. All right, LSR. Take us home. Finish it off.
All right.
It was an inspired, uninspired performance. Sorry to cut you off.
Darkness Rising.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Brutal.
And he's gonna.
If this thing will just sit still for a second.
Reposition himself a little bit without leaving threat and squares.
Okay. Moving around quite skillfully. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry.
All right. It's it dances around. It has all three of you at attention, and the way it moves for a small bit of its motion reminds you as one swordsman, like engaging each of you, but not sure where to attack. So we're gonna say 1, 2 is Tarbin, 3, 4 is Zeray, 5, 6 is Elisar. Going after Elisar.
Clearly, it just hates elves.
Can't seem to hit you though, so that's good news.
I'm an agile person.
Zeray?
All right, sword. Let's dance. And once again, it's a miss with my main hand.
Oh, man.
But that offhand, reliably.
For some max damage.
How much
Nice.
we count? Yeah, that's solid. Excellent. Yeah, it has visible damage and a you see something wiggling as it moves around. The
That's
cross
gonna be a
piece is
bitch to
becoming
fix.
unfast. Yeah, we hammer that out. That'll buff out. All right, Gale.
Well,
You hear a meowing sound coming from the other side of this door.
what?
Oh, but,
That darn cat.
Meow.
Oops.
Well, that can wait until after the swords are dealt with.
Oh, come on. Don't you want to start barking at the cat?
we
I
hear your
mean-
attempt to split the party, and we disregard.
I'm just saying there is a cat. My cat's at the front door meowing right now too. So in case it bled over, I decided to allow it because it really fits what's on the other side of the door. The cat. You've met the
All
cat.
I-
You've seen cats here before.
All I have to say in response is, why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat?
Do you open the door? Let the kitty in?
No. No. I peek in and
Okay.
do some of that. Oh,
Some of that druid stuff.
that's line of sight. Yeah,
There you go.
you know, it's important. It's important to be.
It is.
druid
It is. And there is a
every
sword in
single
there.
while.
Swinging at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed.
And, good thing the sword is swinging because I'm a missing. Bada.
Hey, chat, you've all been awesome. Thanks for staying with us till to the very end here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Discord link in there if you want to hang out with us in the after party. We're gonna share the link to our chat so you can come chat to us, keep the party going, and ask us questions because we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon. I think they're gonna take this sword down.
I'm going to do it right now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Here it comes.
Show me.
Another arrow. Not like that, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
looking
here-
for inspiration.
Okay. More like
Yeah.
desperation,
Nice.
but it worked.
Oh.
Crit, natural 20.
And of course, it's
Hold
engaged in combat with my comrades, so it is sneak attack damage.
I see you.
Ooh, double dice.
You're sneaking up on a sword.
Right?
Knife to meet you.
If I can sneak up on books, I can sneak up on a
Her
sword.
name's Stabitha.
Stabitha.
Here's your
The other
extra
one's
D6.
Slashly.
Oh, the sword is in rough shape. You knocked the pommel. The pommel was ornamental and soldered on there. That came off. You can see the tang sticking out. You can hear it rattling inside the hilt.
Oh, that's indecent. Cover your tang.
Ah! Eric, I believe that sneak
He
attack
got-
dice do get doubled.
Do they know?
You do?
It was only 3d6 is what he rolled. So,
I thought it was just the weapon. I don't know. So I just went with that.
I swing and a miss.
That's how we did it the first time. I'll stick with it. It's fine.
Swing and a miss. There's yep. Okay. Take out the sword.
All right. Elisar is going to experiment a little bit with his new weapon and magic, and they're going to try to cast a firebolt at the flying longsword.
Yeah.
Much better.
More damage. Nice, and that actually hits. Good, solid damage. All right. Who do I stab? Stabitha is going to just stab Elisar, the last person to do damage. And definitely miss. That one. Embarrassing. Animated sword should just be embarrassed.
I'm going to spend my inspiration on that.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Much better. Okay.
Oh, did I just damage Elisar somehow?
Yeah, you might want to I'll give you back the hit points, and I'll apply those 8. I got news for you. It had 5 hit points left, so it clatters to the floor. This one's a little more beat up than the other one, but the fight is over. The party looks around this chamber, and sure enough, finds yet another book. This one bearing the letter Y.
Blurty.
That is where we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Check us out every Saturday night. I run Biblio-Files on alternating Saturdays. Papa Kev runs the Adventures of the Ark Guild. His game starts an hour earlier than mine, and I'm a player in that one. We're going to have some great one-shots coming up for Halloween, for Spooktober. We've got one on October 10th that Eric's going to be running here. That's fantastic. It's all horror themed for Spooktober. We're not going to shy away from it. Kids, get your parents' permission. But no, we got late games, so you know they're all, none of them are watching that spooky stuff and having nightmares. You can check me out at Asmo Daniker in the usual places. And I'd like to thank my players who are absolutely awesome tonight. Big Kev, Elian, I'm so glad you joined. You keep me on my toes, and your luck is wild and vacillating and very fun. And I can't wait to see you get really mad at Digital Dice. But welcome, you did awesome. I got to thank Fantasy Grounds, and the implementation for this module is going really, really well. I got to thank Liza Darling Archer from Manapot Studios for our wonderful overlays. I'm real glad for all the help and support we've had, all the followers we picked up. We look forward to provide more and more content for you. We got Weird Wednesdays on alternating Wednesdays with Nick and Matt here, Unichronic and Hoff, delivering great information about indie games and talking about them. They're gonna spin those off into some fun stuff too. And yeah, that's what I got. I'm gonna turn it over and let everybody else go shouting out and thanking who they want. We'll start off with you, Big Kev.
All right, I'm finally glad to join the group. It was a blast, of course. I can't wait till next session.
Very cool. Zaray, what you got coming up?
Hey,
Nick.
you can catch Weird Wednesday this Wednesday, the 29th September, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing Ironsworn, a RPG that you can play without a GM. Should be pretty interesting. Talk about this. It was a great time, great session, Asmo. Can't wait for next session myself.
Awesome. How about you, Gail, on the ones and twos?
Well, let's see. Obviously, I'll be doing Weird Wednesday stuff, and I'm just also playing in a bunch of other games, and maybe throwing out a one shot of my own, possibly doing it in like the Mothership sci-fi horror RPG, because that seems fun.
That's very exciting. Dib someone in. Eric, what you got?
Well, first of all, thanks for running a good game as always.
Thank
it's
you,
always
man.
Fun to play in your
It's
games.
a joy. Y'all are awesome.
Glad to be playing with my cousin again. Good seeing you.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more of you in the one shot on the 10th. I'll be using the ultra modern rules, which is kind of a spin on the 5th edition D&D rules for more of a modern setting. So it should be interesting.
Awesome. Azadem, what you got?
Not much going on soon, but hopefully I can maybe join one of these Halloween one-shots, and we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. I dropped the link to our Discord in the chat, so thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We look forward to keeping the story going. We're going to drop the link to this for the after party. Stick around and ask us questions if you want. Good night, everybody. Woohoo, good night.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Later.